Hey guys, Dean here, New Smyrna Beach Custom Cars. Time has come to get to work on the yellow car. First thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go around, get all the spots, mark them all that for the body panels. We finally got our sheet metal in, so I can cut these out and get these addressed. There's our new sheet metal. We got, I think it was 3 sheets of 18 gauge. What is that? 2 foot by 4 foot, or 2 foot by 4 foot there. We got our front end kit. This is from PST. Comes with pretty much everything, man. It's got all the bushings, some more rubber bushings here. That gets the adjuster tube between the 2 tie rod ends. Right there's the end of a tie rod. There's your A-arm adjusters for your upper on both sides. There's another set. This thing comes with pretty much everything. There's your bump stops. Nice little kit. So we'll have the front end taken care of too. And this here's our undercoating. It getting shipping too good. Looks like the can came open all up, so I've got to send this back. But yep, that was a good one. So let's get started. Got a little video right here for you, really short. When you come back, the car should have all the body panels put in. So here it is. Alright guys, we got this thing, finally got all the panels put in it. I had a little bit of downtime. I had some teeth work done, so I was off 3 or 4 days there, but I finally got all the metal pretty much put in. There's a few pieces that I'm going to have to put in underneath on the floorboard, in the trunk area. But I'm going to do that when I do the bottom side. That ain't no big deal. But as far as the outside, the panel's pretty good. All I got to do now is start spreading some mud, some Bondo or body filler or whatever you want to call it on these spots so they don't rust. I'm not going to finish the body now. I'm going to start on the bottom side next, the front end. We're going to get this thing rolling. And I can get it out of the garage, and then I'm going to go into a paint booth where I do all my sanding. Just a little sanding to get to these bare metal spots that were rusted. Trashed out this garage. I mean, I got powder everywhere from what Bondo was in it and in the paint dust. So yeah, I wish I'd have backed it out when I done that, but I'm gonna do a little cleaning in here. But let's walk around. I'm going to show you what I did to it. All right, first thing here, look at the, this is pretty much most of the pieces of metal that I cut out of this thing. You know, this is a lower quarter panel by the door. This piece come out of the door. This piece come across the whole quarter panel, and the piece back there I'll show you in just a second. I mean, I actually probably got a little bit of more pieces that, you know, just crumbled up, but I got pretty much all the rot cut out of it. But you know, you can see down there on the door, that's where I cut this whole piece out and put a whole new piece in, which was pretty much that piece there. Got it all put in. That's that big long piece right here. You can see where I cut all the way down through there and put a whole new piece of metal in. This was, as you can tell, you know, flip it over here. This piece was right in that groove, so I cut it out and put a new piece in. You know, and this stuff up here is stuff that someone else done. I just ground it down. I did have to do a little bit of welding on it. Luckily, you know, a lot of the quarter panels down here, after I got them ground down, which I had to rebuild this whole corner and this whole corner, all this in here. Get that sunlight out of here. Yeah, I had to do from here all the way down, all the way around here, so I had to do all that. We got that straightened out. Then again, here's some more up top here that someone else had done before I bought the car. I just ground it. I did have to fix this little hole here. I welded it up. And I did put, let me see, did I put a, actually, all we had here was a little hole. And I just welded the hole back up. So I put metal back in by weld. But, you know, that's all the major pieces. Now I've got a good, decent, straight body, and I don't have all these gaping holes that I gotta, you know, a lot of people would just take Bondo and throw it in them holes. I've seen people put screen, tube saw, anything they want, just stuff it in the hole, put Bondo in it, and push the car on. You know, I like to at least put metal in it. That way, you know, you're at least back to the beginning. And it's got something for the Bondo or the, I hate using the word Bondo, body filler. Nowadays, you know, really it's not Bondo. Body filler today has come a long way. And everybody says, oh, I got a bunch of filler in your car. You know, and that's, I'm going to tell you, when you put filler on the car, you sand 80% of it back off. There's not that much on your car. And without it, you just couldn't make a straight car unless I put brand new quarter panels. You know, if I put brand new quarter panels in this car, I'm trying to keep this price down on this car the best I can for, you know, whoever's going to buy this thing. So, but hey, let me get this back on the tripod and we'll close this out. So that's pretty much it. Next video I think we're going to put out, we in the middle of doing this, we found a little problem with the motor that was sitting there. I don't know, we just got to looking at it, and it was full of damn water. Some, I guess where I had it sitting over underneath this carport, it must have rained, which I had that top covered up. How water got in is beyond me, but it got down in the intake and filled a couple of cylinders up. So I had to break that motor down. And at this point, we don't know if we're going to run with this motor or not. We may end up putting something different in it. Get on this one. The next thing I'm going to start, I'm going to raise this thing up. I'm going to start on the bottom, so that's going to be our next video, is cleaning this whole bottom side. Like I said, I got a little spot back here in the back that I got to fix in the trunk area right next to a frame. There's a little hole about yay long that I'm going to have to cover. But other than that, everything underside looks pretty nice once I get it. And I'm still waiting on my bucket of undercoating that they messed up on my first shipment. So once I get it here, but I'm going to start on this bottom side. Then I'm going to get this front end back in, completely rebuilt. That'll be another one, and then the rear end, and get this thing rolling. It's going to start really coming along pretty good at that point. Don't forget to like us, subscribe to us. I need all the views I can get. I know it's a slow process on building a car, But once you get to a certain point, it starts speeding up a little bit. But it won't be long. Hopefully before this year's out, this car's going to be up for sale. Y'all are going to be able to buy it. Y'all take it easy. Bye.